Hi guys, this is a quick Pilates session for you to do at home whilst I'm not here and I'm on holiday. So it's probably only going to take about 15 minutes. Just take your time. You can take bits from this and just do it every day, or you can do it in one session, but do it for every session that you miss at least, and then maybe add some on if you have time. Okay, so first of all, you're just going to rock forward and back on those feet. Make sure you've got your feet about hip distance apart. Rolling on the outside of your feet, so from the heels up to your toes and then back again. We're trying to find that central position so you're not gripping the floor with your toes and you're not leaning right back on your heels. So find that center balance, make sure that you haven't got flat rolled in feet, and then have a look down and make sure your knees are in line with your toes as well. Then what you're going to do is put your hand underneath your belly button and the other hand on your lower back like this. And we're going to do those pelvic rocks. So you're going to go forwards or up and back. So up and back. That's position A. That's position C. And we're going to do this a few times just to free up the pelvis. And then you're going to fall in the middle in position B. Okay, so really exaggerate that A, exaggerate that C with the bottom out, and then find that central B position. So your feet are in your central neutral position, your pelvis is in your neutral position, and you're going to just start rolling your shoulders back. So big shoulder rolls, get your arms involved as well. So you go up and down and push that chest forward when you roll back, up and down and back, up and down and back. Good. Just take some deep breaths as you go along, guys. Don't focus too much on the breathing whilst you're doing the movements. For example, you don't have to breathe in when you're going up and breathe out when you're going down. Just breathe as you would normally and aim not to hold your breath at any point. So roll back. Good, 2 more of these. Nice. And when you're done, just make sure you take your shoulders back and down so your chest is up just a little bit. You've got that B position there and you're comfortable when your feet are about hip distance apart. Now what we're going to do is just lift your knee up. So you can pop your hands wherever you like. If you're struggling with balance, you can have a chair next to you just to hold on to, or the wall. So you're just going to lift your knee up and down, and the other leg and down. Good. Keep going. Make sure those shoulders stay back and your pelvis is in that B position still. Now keep going with those knees up. I'm just going to add a knee and kick on my next one. So you bring your knee up and then you kick away and you bring that knee in and then back down. So this is a little bit harder on the hip flexors and it really stretches the back of the legs when you kick out. Plus it's much more challenging for your balance because you're holding that on one leg quite a lot longer. So focus, knee up, extend out, bend and back down. Now see if you can keep that knee at hip height, because it's very tempting to bring it down when you kick that leg out. Knee up, kick, bend and back down. Knee up, just make sure you've got your balance fully before you take the foot fully off the floor. Knee up, good, and down. And we're doing one more on each side. Those legs should feel nice and warm doing that. Good, knee up, kick, and we're just going to add on to this. So just roll those feet, just shake off slightly, just going to stretch the mat out. What you're going to do now is you're going to go knee up, kick out, bring it down, don't put your weight fully down, and then out to the side, so abduct the leg. So you go knee up, you kick, bring it in, tap down, and then out to the side, okay? So really getting those hips working, bend the knee, tap down, out to the side. So you can hold your arms out, you can put them on your hips, completely up to you. Tap down and then out to the side. So you've always got the safety of putting that foot fully down before you do that outside move, the abduct, out to the side. If you want more of a challenge, you can do the kick, bend, come down and then out without really putting any weight down at all. So you're going to get the standing leg fired up as well. So out like this. Knee up, kick, bend, down, tap, put the weight down and then go out to the side. Or don't put the weight down if you want more of a challenge. Out to the side, just going to do one more. Knee, kick, bend, tap down, out to the side. Okay, and just shake off. So you're probably feeling a little bit around the hips, maybe in the hip flexor at the front, but definitely to the side. Maybe those glutes are working a little bit now. So what we're going to do is you're going to lift your knee up. We're going to do this one more time. We're going to add something down, out to the side, tap, and then back. Okay, so the bottom's really working this time. Make sure you squeeze it. So tap down, out to the side, squeeze the bottom and go back. So I'll just show you from the side. If you know what you're doing, carry on. You kick, bend, tap down, out to the side, middle, squeeze the bum and back. So you go other side, knee up, extend that leg out, bend, tap, out to the side, and then kick back. So you're really using your bottom. Keep going, guys. Knee up, kick, bend, tap down, out to the side, and then back. So that back one, make sure you really get those glute muscles fired up. Sometimes, like that, you might lose your balance and put the weight fully down, that's fine. As long as you don't ruin that A, B, C position, the B position in your pelvis. And kick back. So I'm really hoping that you're starting to feel the hips, the bottom, front and side of the hips, and then back. Good, one more on each side. You should be feeling nice and warm now. Tap down, out to the side, and back. Good. Knee up, kick, bend, tap down. Go at your own pace, guys. If you feel that this is quite quick, please do just slow it down a little bit, that's fine. Then just walk through your feet just to stretch off, roll your shoulders back. We're going to stay with the legs because we're going to go from standing all the way down like we do in class. And you're going to start by squatting. So push your bottom back, and as you come up, I want you to squeeze your bottom, so your glute muscles. Push back, and you squeeze at the top. Arms go out in front, that helps with your balance. Squeeze. You don't have to touch your bottom, it's just for me, so you know that you're working it, okay? Squat down. The more you do this, guys, the more you might be able to go low. This is really going to help with sitting positions, so it's all very functional. When you sit down, it will help your knees by strengthening by doing this exercise. Good. Now keep going. I'm going to add a bit of a balance challenge here at the top. So you squat down, come up to your toes. Squat, come up to your toes. Squat, toes. Good. Now try to smooth out this movement. The balance might not let you, and you might feel a bit jerky when you go up on your toes. Have something next to you for balance if you need to. And if you'd rather not put up on your toes, that's fine. You can just do a normal squat. Good. 3 more of these. Squat, up, squat, up. Stand nice and tall at the top. Lovely. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add our arms into this a bit more. So when we squat, we're going to go up with the arms, and then we're going to squeeze them so our shoulder blades are squeezing. Squat, squeeze, squeeze. So I'll just show you the move from the back. You squat and squeeze those shoulder blades so they get close together. You keep going, squeeze, squat, squeeze. Now it's quite a challenge with your arms above your head in that squat. So if that's too much for you, have your arms forward and then go back. It's the same movement when you do that squeeze at the top. Good, 3 more. You feel those clicks in the knees. If it's sore on the knees, it might be that your knees are going too far forwards. So make sure you can wiggle your toes when you're in the squat. Good. Okay, shake those arms off. Now we are done with those squats. We're going to do some walk downs now. So what you're going to do is stand at the end of your mat, or if you're on the carpet, just make sure you've got space in front of you. Chin down to your chest, all the way down. Now remember, you can bend your knees here or keep them straight, it's up to you. Walk out into a plank. Pause. And then walk back in. Again, soften those knees if the back of the legs can't handle the straight legs. You might find that they get more flexible as you go on. Now we're going to add some knee tucks at the bottom. So roll down, walk out into a plank. Now make sure your bottom doesn't push up in the air on this. Bring one knee in and back. At my pace if you can, and back, and back. One more, and back. And then walk back in with your hands. When you stand up, just roll your shoulders back, stand up tall. And we're going to do that again. So you can go anywhere between 2 and 6 knee tucks. Just make sure you do the same number on each side. Alternating your legs. And each time you bring your knee in, you squeeze those abs. Remember to keep breathing. Good. And walk back in. See if you can connect your heels to the ground as you're walking back in. Get a good stretch out the backs of the legs and roll your shoulders back. One more time with 6, 4 or 2 knee tucks. So remember guys, you can take 1 or 2 of these exercises, do them every day, or you can do the whole thing. So squeeze those abs when you bring the knees in and walk back in. Good. Okay, we're going to keep with these walk downs, but this time we're going to add a little press up at the bottom. So press up is bending the elbows and back in, all right? If you'd rather not bend the elbows and do that press up, that's fine, just walk out into a plank. So here, bend those elbows just a little bit, not too much, and walk back in. Good. Now again, keep going with just one press up at the bottom. Small bend in the arms. See if you can take that whole body with you and not leaving your bottom up in the air. Good, you're going to do one more of these and then we're going to stay down for child's pose. Keep breathing. Bend the elbows and then come down to your knees. And just sit back and relax into that child's pose. Take some deep breaths, just stay there for a moment. Just enjoy that stretch of that back. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do some plank work. So you're down on your elbows and your tummies. First thing you're going to do is tuck your elbows in, you're going to come up onto your knees. So we're in a plank position on our knees here. Now tuck your toes under. I want you to straighten one leg and put that knee back down. Then straighten the other. Put that knee back down. Straighten one, back down, and the other, back down. Now that's just a little practice, keep going. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go one leg then the other and stand and be in a full plank. So we're going to go right leg, then left leg, so both are off the floor, right knee down, left knee down. So you guys carry on, one leg first, other one, hold. One leg down, down. Now you can have a little break in child's pose every so often, but otherwise just carry on. I'll tell you when you can stop. Good. So remember, it's your pace. Do a couple, have a rest. Don't push yourself if this is making you too shaky and feeling like it's too much. So it's one leg, then the other leg. Now the aim here, guys, is to make sure that you don't lift your bottom up too high. Good, and switch leading legs as well. So you'll probably be able to feel this on your shoulders too. I know I can. Good, and then have a little break once you're back to your knees. Push back into a bit of a child's pose. And then come back up, and what we're going to do is do that 2 more times, and we're going to hold the plank a little bit longer. So we'll go for 10 seconds. If you want to go for a bit longer, that's absolutely fine, you just carry on. So we're going to be on your elbows, knees, push one leg back and then the other one, so both knees are off the floor, and hold that for up to 10 seconds. So I said up to 10. If you can do 2, that's great, and come down, but see if you can just push yourself that extra second, okay? So knees, 1 leg, 2 leg, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So put your knees down, stretch back. So hopefully you're feeling some sort of engagement going on in your core. Obviously your arms and your legs are working as well, probably mostly your arms, but it is your core that's stopping your body from hanging down in the middle. So let's do that again. Elbows and knees. Make sure that bottom doesn't go high. We're keeping it flat, parallel to the floor. Okay, breathe. 1 leg straight, other leg straight, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. And that feels really tough. So come back into child pose, have a rest. Really stretch those arms forward. Good. Okay, while we're in this position and we're head down, so knees on the floor, hands on the floor, and we're just going to go for that thread the needle stretch. So you go down and then you twist up like this. So you put this hand underneath, bend the elbow on the other side, and come back up. So I want you to do 5 on each side. And see if you can move that little bit further each time. 1 more. Good, and switch sides. So you go under like this, bend this elbow, the supporting elbow, and then rotate. Remember to notice where the imbalances are. Is one side a bit tighter? Good. 1 more. Nice. Okay, you're going to come onto your backs now. So lay on your backs, and you're going to have your knees above your hips. Now I want you to keep at this 90-degree angle, so we don't want you to come in too much, because you're going to switch off the core muscles a little bit too much if you do that. So just push away slightly so you're feeling that this core is doing something. You can poke yourself in there and hopefully feel something going on. If not, those knees need to go a bit further away. Flex your heels away, and we're going to go for a heel tap, bring that back up, flex the other way, and then a toe tap. So we're staying on one leg and then the other. So the heel, flex the toe, and the toe. So we go heel first, back up, flex the toe, toe goes down. So heel, up, and toe, up. Good, keep going. And remember, don't bring those knees in too close. You could put your hands there to stop them. Toe. So heel and toe each time, trying to keep this lower back in neutral spine. So that B position in your pelvis. Good. Have a rest if you need by bringing your knees in. Otherwise, I want you to do 1 more on each leg. So I'm feeling these in my thighs and hip flexors as well. It's perfectly normal. That is working too, as well as your core. Good, and when you're done with that, just shake those legs off. And now what we're going to do is scissors. So we're going to have a 1 leg up high. If you can get your legs straight, great. If not, you can soften the knee a little bit up here. You might find after a while that you can't quite keep this one straight. It's quite a challenge. And the other leg is going to be out straight here. And we're going to switch. Now, if this is too much for you, you can hold this top leg in like this. Okay? The idea is to keep that bottom leg straight, trying to get the top leg straight, but that is a real challenge. I can't quite get there. Maybe with 1 leg. And you're switching, holding for about a second, and then the other leg. So it's more of a challenge if you let go. You're working your core a bit more, but if you're feeling like you're arching your back, please do just hold on to that top leg. And you're going to do 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And then bring your knees in and just hug those out. Now put your feet as wide as the mat. And you're going to go knees over to one side. Hold that for a second. Take some deep breaths. This is a nice hip stretch and quad stretch. And then the other side. Just let them relax. We're not trying to work the muscles here. We're just trying to let them go. And the other side. Remember to breathe. And the other side. Really nice for the lower back, this one too. And the other side. One more time. Good. Up to the middle again. You can roll yourself over to the side to get up, or you can use the knee and hold your knee to roll up. Now we're going to do a prone cobra on the front. You're going to lay face down and your arms are down by your sides, and what we're going to do is lift everything up and then come back down. So we're working the lower back and the upper back and the glutes, the whole of the back of the body really, and down. So lift and down, lift, and with each lift I want you just to think a little bit higher, squeeze those shoulder blades, squeeze and down. Do 5 more, squeeze and down. Make sure you relax your neck and shoulders at the bottom. 2 more. Now just put your hands on the floor, come up, you're going to push back into child's pose, bit of a stretch. While you're in child's pose, I just want you to claw your hands so your fingertips are on the floor, and I want you to really push into the floor, push your bottom and thighs back into your heels. And that should feel like a nice stretch on your shoulders and back, lower back, upper back. And just relax down. If you can put your head on the floor, brilliant. If not, you can pop yourself a little towel or a mat or something there. And then rest your hands down. Good. And I want you to come onto your hands and knees. We're just going to do some curls in the back. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we're going to curl up, chin to your chest, bottom in, and then dip the lower back down, head up, bottom up, and again up, and dip down again. So it should feel really nice in your back. Lift up, and down. We're going to do one more time lifting up, tuck your toes under, and then you're going to do a walk back in. We're going to do a nice slow roll up to finish. Head comes up last, and big shoulder rolls back. And that's it for your little workout at home. So I hope this goes well. Remember, you can take some little bits, you can do the whole thing. Do it a couple of times before I'm back, and I'll see you when I'm back.